like contact sheets. I've shot many rolls of film over the years, and most of the work is on a contact sheet like this. And I'll pass this around and y'all can look at it. But I do a lot of like ruminating and studying the contact sheets, and things just pop up. Like this was something about the boy thinking, I was thinking Lincoln, I've been thinking. And then it became more, and then I had this other image of my son kind of in that same mode, and then this picture here. And then it became about how when you take a photograph, the little magical things start happening after you look at them for a while, and you start seeing like these quirky little things like the lights, coming down into her head. And then I like the image of the figure coming in and her looking, and then just this kind of roundabout looking. And then the streetcar, again, the lights started helping, and appearing, and then the sounds, the streetcar going by. It was an emotional time. This was 3 years and the newspaper did this whole article that I didn't want to happen because my sister-in-law died 2 hours before I put the show up, so it became like the cancer show, and it really wasn't. And it was just, they're just more about life images. They're little moments in life that become kind of magical to me, like, my son with the profile, and then these other images on the side, walking into the frame. And I wasn't shooting a lot. This was all shot with film. Some are digital, but this one was with my film camera. And what I like shooting, when I use a film camera, it's only like 12 shots per roll. So it's a lot slower. The process is a lot slower. I'm sitting around, and it's not like I'm always looking for a picture to take. If something happens, it just kind of, I put the camera up and take the picture. This one, I was in New Orleans. And I didn't want to do a lot of Katrina stuff, but I'm from New Orleans, and this is kind of, I used to live in a double shotgun, and this kind of came into the thinking, the roundabout thinking, and then these images, the bird bath, and then the reflection of the plantation and the bird bath, that kind of happened.
You apparently use a couple different kinds of cameras.
Yes.
Digital and film?
Yes.
Slides also? Or?
No slides. I don't shoot slides. And I just started shooting digitally, and it's just another tool. Amy, the film people, I shouldn't say the film because I'm a film person too, I still shoot the film, but we kind of go back and forth about the digital and the film. These images, I just think what I like about film is slower. You get 12 shots per roll. When I shoot digitally, you just tend to go. And then trying to go back and edit, it's massive.
So is the editing, to me it seems like the editing would be just as much the creative process as the shooting.
Yes.
And maybe even more time.
Yes, and that, because I spend so much time ruminating over contact sheets, and that's what I do. And then if I do digitally, I use Lightroom, and so I have like another set of images that are like a contact sheet. And I look at them daily, and things come together, and to put a body of work together, this is just kind of my little head trip into, the light and the dark. Wondering about, what is this life ever after? And what are we chasing? And it's whimsical. The image of the moonlight, that was taken at a wedding, and it was just that was a light. They had a string attached to the house, and that light was just floating around. But it became something else, you know, when on the contact sheet, it was like that moon, but then it was the moonlight, you know.
So the digital work, I mean, you have it on contact sheets?
You can, I
I don't
can.
know that much about it.
Yeah, this is how I
Oh, you
put the
make a
body.
contact sheet.
Yeah, but I usually look on the camera, and then I scan these images, you know, I scan, and then I put them together, and then they become, it's like a little visual poetry going. That's how I see it. It's hard to talk about,
Yeah.
not really, you know, kind of they are what they are, and, you know, I like for everyone to find their own feeling about them.
Do you manipulate them at all?
Yeah, some of them I do, but some of them, I think in here, most of them are, these are very straightforward, but as far as manipulation, we burn and dodge. In the dark room, we burn and dodge. Digitally, you burn and dodge, but you can be more precise about it because you use a mask and you have different layers. So you can go take an area, you know, like in this, I wanted this to pop, and you can really mask, you know, you can make this darker and pop certain areas. You know, so I feel like digitally, my hand is almost more in it. I'm painting more. You can. And, you know, sometimes something really bothers me. Yeah, like, this is really weird, but this is my friend's dog, Hattie, at the bay, and she was upset because her dog's little hiney was showing. And, you know, it's like, okay, I can remove it. But I said, no, it's Hattie's little, yeah, you know, it gets weird like that, and you have to make decisions. Leave it? No. So, yeah. These are all archival prints. I use Ilford paper, both for, you know, digitally and film-wise, and it's a silk gold fill. Well, tell me my brother, Jim, help me on this.
Gold fiber silk.
Yeah, thank you. And I have a printer at home, and I use what is it, it's 19 by 11?
13.
Yeah, 13, and then my printer at home is a 3600 Epson printer, and so I'm able to do this at home. The beauty about, I never liked black and white digital prints for a long time until now you can just see the detail because you get to use 3 blacks now. There are 3 black inks. You have black, you have light black, and then you have light black. And so that gives, I think the images have more depth, especially in these images with all the tones. It started out like looking at my parents' photo album from World War II and all those beautiful black and white pictures. And so that's why I like black and white. So I tried color. The last show I had here, I went to Argentina, and it was color. And that was fun, you know, and I enjoyed that. But I still gravitate more to black and white. I like, it just appeals to me. It's a personal preference. You know, in traveling now, it's easier to have the digital camera. Because when I shoot with film, I use a medium format camera, so it's a bigger camera, and it's heavier. But I love that camera because it's quiet. And not that I'm trying to be sneaky taking pictures, because I usually interact with people I shoot with. And yeah, there's something about being in the dark, you know, and having that amber light and the smell of fixer. I think I'm pretty fickle. And